Oh, so welcome, Suzanne. It's such a pleasure to have you here. I've been watching your journey unfold, and we're going to talk about all the wonderful things that you're doing to help, in the realm of cancer and holistic healing. But I really wanted to interview you again because you're an amazing student of the Soul Awakening Academy. You've taken lots of our different things. Really, it's about sharing our students' success a couple of years down the road. And you're about 3 years down the road now, and you trained in trauma-informed spiritual retreat facilitation. And as part of that, you get to use some coaching programs, the 7 steps to spiritual alchemy, which are based on the chakra system. And we were just talking off camera about how you use it, the type of clients and the transformation they get. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about all the cancer holistic stuff as well. But
Yeah.
just to begin, just introduce yourself, the name of the business that you
Mhm.
currently have, and just tell us a little bit about your background and where you were before you got into this, really, because it's such a fascinating story.
Yeah, my business is House of Healing, and I started this journey about 5 years ago. It's not that long before I started doing these courses. But my background is dentistry for a lot of years, and then I went into children's prisons.
Right.
And then from that, I started to do my own self healing, self journey through Reiki and level one, level two. And that was just for personal. I never ever
Right.
thought of anything else. It wasn't ever to teach anyone, it wasn't to do it on anyone. It was just something I'd come across. And when I started to think things happen for a reason, that sort of thing. And then from there, everything's just unfolded. So yeah, House Healing was born. House Healing was born 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was worked on my own under a more for a couple of years before that, but now I've got House Healing, 2 wellness centres, a mobile van going out. I have my own students. I have my own team. So yeah, it's
It's what a story and what a journey. I mean, if anybody's thinking, should I embark on this path? Can I make something of it? Like you are living testament, and such a short space of time, this is all unfolded for you.
yeah.
So a question I wanted to ask is, when you look at the woman, the business owner that you've become, what are you most proud of, and what once felt impossible that is now your reality?
Um. So first one, not to give up. Don't give up. I think that's so easy, especially when I have my own team or you see it now. People give up and underestimate like how running your own business, it's not easy, but it's such a reward. That's the thing that you get. And people want freedom and want to be where you are, but you've got to keep going. And that's, I think you just got to get past that little bit, even when you get hurdles, when times are tough. But when I found times are tough, it's your biggest breakthrough.
Yeah.
Or it's when something else has come in and just really listening. There's been times I thought, really, why am I doing this? I listen, and then after I thought, okay, that's what's happened. And I live like that now anyway with everything. But I didn't. That wasn't. If someone would have said that to me when I started, I would have thought it's easier for you to say, I've got kids, I've got a house, I've got a job, no job and a car. But that's what holds us back, holds us in the normality, I think. But as soon as you let go of that control,
Yeah.
trust where it is and just don't give up because yeah, it's
Yeah.
rewarding. It is rewarding. But
That's the theme with everybody I've interviewed. They've all answered that question with the strength and the resilience that they've used to keep pushing through.
yeah.
Um, so what do you think is now possible? What what once felt impossible that is now your reality?
God, in business or out of business.
I'd yeah, I'd say with the just your life in general, with what you're doing on your path, really.
On the path and doing the business, it all I don't live two separate. So my life is my business, my business is
Mm,
life, and not that I'm dedicated to business. I just live on the same level.
yeah.
So um, it's so I never thought I'd have a calm, peaceful life. To be fair, I've been brought up in chaos, and that was the norm. And now it's very people say I'd love to be like you, but I've had to go through what I've had to be me. And I just think, well, you can be me and do that stuff, but it takes work. And I think that's the bit as well as which I thought be impossible. If you would ask me before when someone said, oh, do these courses. And I remember that when I'm using these courses for my clients, I
Yeah.
was in that chair thinking, you really think that's going to cut my life? Like, you think
Mm.
that's going to help? And I get that. So I reassure with that because I was one of them
Yeah.
people. The things that I thought were impossible, I always know I'd be my own boss, but maybe impossible to the level that I am. I never thought I'd be a teacher
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there's loads of areas when I actually look at that question I could go into, to be honest.
Yeah, because we don't fully know what's possible for us until we actually start. And even if someone were to sit us down and go, this is what's going to happen, we wouldn't believe it
No,
because we don't feel it. We don't feel like a teacher. We don't feel there. So
no,
to say it, it'd be like, no, that's
yeah.
not. So it's unbelievable. So, but you just got to do it and trust where it
That's one
leads
of my
you.
biggest things that I'm not going to ruin some of the other things, but it is just do it, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I
Have
think
faith
that's
in
what keeps the
yourself.
excitement of this journey. That it's always see what's like
Yeah, be
next.
excited about the possibility of what might transpire when you
Yeah.
put your belief in it. I mean, these questions are kind of not really going to cut to what I would really want to extract from this conversation because what you the journey that you've been on is so rich, and the type of clients that you see are quite niche, aren't they? So, can you tell us a little
Yeah.
bit more about it? And we'll talk about the 7 steps and the results that you've been getting with that, I think.
But never, this is another thing that I see people struggle with as well. So I'm going to reflect on both sides. But did I know my niche when I started? No. It took a while, even though it's probably quite obvious when I look back now. But
Yeah.
when you're in it and you're trying to find and make a job work and everything else, you just accept anything.
Yeah.
But I knew from the day I seen clients that it wasn't going to be straight airy fairy like relaxing stuff. I thought this is deep, like this is going
Yeah.
to be my first 2 or 3, and that was just who come to me. I didn't know them, and from there, to be honest, the patterns continued. So a lot of, like you say, sexual trauma, domestic violence, people been in prison life, um bereavement, yeah, loads, heavy trauma rather than,
Yeah.
or multiple traumas.
Yeah.
And I do that from day one. So that's again why I went into more deeper stuff with yourself.
Yeah. And what led you to the Soul Awakening Academy? How did you find us? Can you remember?
No, I think I just seen a advert and it was just everything that I was doing, but I felt like I needed to piece together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, well, that's a bit, I do that, but I don't understand that side of it, or a
Yeah.
bit more on it, or okay, that's the bit I'm missing on there. And yeah, I just remember reading it thinking that is the one. It's just
Yeah.
that.
I love that because it gave you all the trauma-informed stuff and then it gave you the coaching program, which you're still using today with your clients, aren't you?
Yeah.
We were just talking a bit off camera because I was like, tell me more because obviously people just go off and use the workbooks and I don't always get to hear about it unless I interview them, but I'm not interviewing everybody. So tell me what you are noticing the power of these workbooks when you're taking your women through it.
Uh, yeah, it's life changing for them. I say it because I love it. It's one of the most transformative, I think, things I do. But it's also brings in a bit of tradition which people like. So it is the writing down. It is 7 steps. I've got a program. It is a book that they can go and write after, rather than just coming for a bit of stuff that you make up on the day, basically. So they like a bit of structure. But within 2, 3 weeks, people's lives are changing. It's they come in with one expectation, and it's just like the lens is cleared, and they're like, wow. And it's a lot, even when people have been holding on to a lot of hate or anger or blame, it's like they now see they don't need to do that, or the impact that that is having on. And also, sometimes the mirrors flipped and they start seeing how they're acting out about stuff they're not happy with, or going back into childhood, and
Mm.
they're like, actually, I think I'm doing, because we're talking, writing and doing it at the same time, it's just a penny drop moment. And it is quite early on, I think, in no about week 3 or 4.
Yeah, so that would be like on the third workbook, do you mean?
Yeah.
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 So that's
You've done
then,
like, your root, you've done all the
yeah.
grounding part of it, your early life, and then it's,
Yeah, you get into the solar plexus. And you said off camera that I said if you were to get all your women in a room who've taken the 7 steps and say what's the one thing, like the sentence phrase that would sum up the transformation you've had, and you summed up the reason I created this coaching framework is to help people see themselves for who they really are. And that's exactly what you said, isn't it? It helps them see themselves. And you
Yeah.
said that some people are going, I, I came in my life, I wanted this. This is where I thought my life was heading, marriage, kids. And then when they go on the coaching program with you, they're like, what the hell? That's the wrong person for me. Da, 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 da. So can
Yeah.
you tell us
Or they understand why they're wanting that, like what's missing or what they've been and why they're craving that side of things as well.
that's
Yeah, it's some life changing.
yeah,
Definitely. Some of them have had opportunities come along during the thing that I've just, they don't come to you everyday people.
right.
And you still get, well, I don't know if it's because I'm doing this or it was just coming anyway. And I say, well, that's for you to work out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
their
it is like,
energy's changing, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. And it's just like you say, it's about them, but it's also knowing how everything is around you,
Hmm.
your actions, your impact, your,
Exactly, your frequency and what you can receive and how you can hold it and maintain it if you do receive it rather than repel it. That's
yeah.
really amazing. You're doing some fantastic work with the people who really need it by the sounds of it as well. Um, what kind of life have you been able to create because you personally trusted the calling and took the leap? And what do you believe your life would look like today if you hadn't have done that?
Completely different. Completely different. Who knows? Something had to change, so I don't know, but it would have been still chaos,
Right.
still drama, still on the same loop. Why me? Still victim mentality, still, yeah, in the same circles.
Beautiful. So you've got your own self-healing from this as well.
Oh, massive. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is a learning, and
Yeah.
we'll get onto that about the SMART program.
Yeah,
I come
that's
on to do
where,
the course and ended up like on a roller coaster myself.
oh my God, this is just so amazing and so exciting. And you've just been like in such a whirlwind. We've not even really been able to catch up over
No,
it, but it's brilliant. So, just for clarity's sake, Suzanne trained in our somatic memory repatterning technique, SMART for sure. And you did that, was it this year or last year?
last year.
Last year. Did it last year. And so everybody pairs up, don't they? Practice on
Yeah.
each other. And you were the case study for your partner. So tell us in your own words what happened.
Um, well, before that happened, and a thing about listening and following, remember I changed my course and I
Yes, you
messaged
did.
you and said, I need to be on that course.
Yeah, you did.
I did. And you said, yeah, that's fine, swap it because the other one wasn't until next year.
Yeah.
So I swapped and went on to that course. And then, yeah, we teamed up with a partner. And one of my things is in life is asking for help. Deep down, struggling with that. So we did a lot of work on that because that's been, and it came up why I was young mum, 2 kids by 19, homeless, and all that stuff. You have to defend for yourself. So coming to this thing now to ask for help, and I was putting the cancer stuff started to become a bit of a vision and I started putting it together, but I needed to put a GoFundMe and I thought, no, you're never allowed to ask for help. You cannot beg for money. Like you can't make your pain into like something like that. You just can't do it. So when we did the SMART technique, we worked on that and I actually got where that belief had come from
Right.
as clear as day. And I put the post out on the Monday, and that's why I've not seen you since.
So just
It's
tell
just
everybody what this was for because this is the mic drop moment, really.
yeah. So it's put in memory of my mum. It was to put a holistic wellness centre, well, mobile, out in the community to go to cancer patients at home with holistic treatment that can't come out. because I think we're so focused on traditional treatment and cancer that when we go, there's loads of other areas to it, which we found personally. So I thought I made a promise to my mum that it would change and
Mm.
I would do it. So that is what it was for. It's asking money to raise to buy the van, convert it into a clinic, and then I was just going to go, just me. I was just going to go out because I was doing it anyway in the car and lugging my bed in and lugging my bed out. I've got a shop. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I was still going to see them at home because that was what I was doing. So I thought, right, I'll have a van, make it a bit nicer. They can come out to the van while it's
Mm.
gone, yeah, much bigger than that. But that's what I was asking for, to convert my own van to go and see cancer patients at
That's
home.
amazing. So the GoFundMe for so the asked so promise to your mum, bless,
Yeah.
because you lost your mum quite recently, didn't you? So you made a promise. Obviously, you do everything to keep that promise. But when we work with these trauma-based memories, it's so instinctual to not be able to do the thing that we want to do, the promises that we make, the
Yeah,
next steps that we want to take. For some reason, this trauma, this memory, this fear base is just holding you back physically. You can't do the thing no matter what we've
yeah,
promised.
you're drowned on a do. You just can't do it as one person.
You can't do it. So when you did the smart session and it removed the feelings around it, you were like, how did you feel after were you like, what was I worried about? Just gonna do it.
Yeah, I just thought I'd do it, put it out, and then when it started happening, and obviously we repeat the SMART technique for a few days, and I was like, "Oh, this is it." And then I had a few comments because where my beliefs come from,
Yeah.
um, and that was brought up, but that's changed now.
Yeah.
So, and that's the beautiful thing about this journey, just going off a bit. When you change, people around you change
Yeah.
because they have to see that you the new way that you're presenting and educating, and they've changed now. And even this weekend we did another launch and they've been part and asking and donating and doing things, so me
Mm.
doing that's a knock-on effect. But yeah, it's, I could just ask, it didn't matter. Now I'm the queen, I'm like, she's back again, do you mind just doing this? So I've had this van sign posted for free, that it's sprayed. I've done a few more raises, but I just know that what I give warrants that what people are also funding.
It's just phenomenal. You were able to fulfill the promise that you made to your mum.
Yeah,
And didn't the press even catch on to it?
yeah, yeah. So we've had a bit of funding as well. They are going to do some more when we launch it. So we've just Macmillan are teaming up with us from our local hospital. So
That's
yeah,
Oh my God, that's so cool. And dare I ask such a bold question? And this is quite like I'm a bit scared to ask you, really. I don't know why I feel a little bit emotional about myself, but do you feel that you would have been able to fulfill the promise in this way if you had not have done the smart?
not to the level. I probably would have just had the van and put all my money in and worked to do it, because I always, that's another side of me, you always have to succeed.
Yeah.
But to a level, I probably just would have stopped as me having a van going to someone and me doing absolutely everything.
Hmm.
Not to a level that we've been able to do that. I've reached out to hospitals. We've got a team of volunteers. I train people up. No, definitely not to that level.
Oh my God, that is so phenomenal. What's possible when your brain and body aren't working against you and
Yeah,
that fear is removed, anything's possible, isn't it? What we think is
yeah,
impossible just becomes possible in an instant. It's not
yeah.
years of therapy. It's
No.
just quite
And I
instant.
can remember the saying. I don't mind saying it on here. It was, "You made your bed, you lie in it."
Yeah. Yes, I've heard you mention that before.
So everything that come you think you deserve and everything you need to work hard for is the way you think it should be done.
And that
And
was the
just,
statement, was it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and releasing that was like, no, it doesn't. We can all make something.
Bloody
So
hell.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I feel like grants, I get loads of ask. Everything I have to do is is ask.
That's
So
all
I'm
you
like,
have to do is ask, and it shall be given.
but I've never done that for 20 odd years. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Hmm.
And the stuff that you're doing is insane, isn't it? So you're getting all like interest in you having these holistic well-being in the hospital, getting a pilot set up, aren't you, with the
Yeah.
NHS?
Yeah, we run community groups. We have a wellness timetable. We have Reiki at our big scene cup of tea. So our coffee mornings isn't a chat; it's all holistic. So we have a Reiki centre, like beds up, journaling, colouring.
I
It's a
saw your
different,
video and I was like, oh my God, that is so freaking special.
yeah.
So
It's not
good.
easy. They argue because they say again, it's the way it's portrayed. It's been a alternative, and I said it's not, it's a complementary. Everything we do, same as if we're working along mental health with the 7 steps, it's all complementing what they're already doing. It's not replacing anything anyone's doing, and that's the argument I think we have with this
Yeah.
side of things.
What would you say to the woman watching who feels deeply called to this work but thinks she needs to have more confidence or to have a life sorted out? Um, what has your own journey taught you about beginning before you have it all figured out?
You'll never have it all figured out.
No.
You won't. It's just a new, exciting way. It's a constant journey. It's a constant path, but it's your choice. It's not because you're doing it for somebody else. So it's
Mm.
completely different. Yeah, you make the jump. Nothing changes. Is my saying. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. You can't wait to be in a good position because it never comes. Something always
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
And you don't find that confidence and that them areas until you're in the stuff. And I get more satisfaction of when you see them people are life changing, that you get healing from that as well.
You do. You really, really do. Well, where can people find you, Suzanne, if they wanted to reach out, check out what you do, or if they've got a family member that could use your services?
So yeah, House of Healing on Instagram. We've got House of Healing Wellness and House of Healing Community. They're both ours, but just one's out in the community and one's at, we've got two centres.
Amazing.
And then Suzanne King or House of Healing on Facebook. And I do have a podcast, No Shifts Given,
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
and it's where we can stay a bit raw, and you can send a anonymous request in. So if you're struggling with something in life, or you want a question that's going on, or you're struggling, you want us to answer it how we would in the room as a therapist, or what something we've been through, or ask us something raw,
Yeah.
um we will answer it live. We don't read them until they're given to us on the podcast.
Oh, amazing. That's really good.
Me and my colleague, we answer them live there and then on the
Love
podcast.
that. Well, I'm sure people, so many people will be interested or know somebody who needs your services. So once this goes live, you just put in the comment section, post all your offerings and let people know
Mm-hmm.
where they can get into your world. Well, as always, absolute pleasure. I just absolutely love seeing the amazing stuff that you're creating to give back to people who need it. It's bloody awesome. So well done, you. You're freaking brilliant, girl.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.